University of California Santa Barbara oceanographer Ira Leifer is taking a close look at how coastal communities might have been affected. Leifer was chief mission scientist for NASA's airborne remote sensing during the spill. Measurements and images from satellites, aircraft, and ships give him a good picture of how components of the oil traveled from the sea and into the air. The same method used to measure the thickness of oil slicks on water, for example, also revealed oil in clouds.
Where there was some of these clouds, they showed up as if they had almost a millimeter of oil in the cloud. And these hydrocarbon-laden clouds, when they reached land, would in fact rain oil.
Leifer thinks this oil rain is an unprecedented oil spill phenomenon, a combination of the Gulf's high humidity and the columns of thick smoke from burning oil. A lot of things about the BP blowout made it unlike other oil spills. Most spills happen all at once, say when a tanker or pipe ruptures. The BP wellhead kept spewing for 87 days, sending oil to the surface in a plume that Leifer says kept pushing the oil's toxic chemicals into the air.
Air sampling that was conducted both on a boat and by NOAA in the atmosphere showed that this plume contained numerous components, and that these components were, many of them are toxic, bearing some similarity to the volatiles you might find in gasoline.
But with BP having poured nearly 2 million gallons of the dispersant known as Corexit into the Gulf, many lawmakers and advocacy groups say the Obama administration is not being candid about the lethal effects of dispersants.
From Washington, D.C., we're joined by Hugh Kaufmann, a senior policy analyst at the EPA's Office of Solid Waste and Emergency Response. He's been a leading critic of the decision to use Corexit. First of all, explain what Corexit is, the company that makes it, what's in it, and your concerns.
Well, Corexit is one of a number of dispersants that are toxic, that are used to atomize the oil and force it down the water column so that it's invisible to the eye. In this case, these dispersants were used in massive quantities, almost 2 million gallons so far, to hide the magnitude of the spill and save BP money. And the government, both EPA, NOAA, etc., have been sock puppets for BP in this cover-up. Now, by hiding the amount of spill, BP is saving hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in fines. And so from day one, there was tremendous economic incentive to use these dispersants to hide the magnitude of the gusher that's been going on for almost 3 months. Consequently, we have people, wildlife, we have dolphins that are hemorrhaging, people who work near it are hemorrhaging internally, and that's what dispersants are supposed to do. EPA now is taking the position that they really don't know how dangerous it is, even though if you read the label, it tells you how dangerous it is. It's very dangerous, and it's an economic protector of BP, not an environmental protector of the public.